Colin was down there, of course, enjoying all the fruits of my labor.
What happened when Scarlett Johansson brought her hubby, Colin Jost, to the Asteroid City set? We'll tell ya. And we've got the stories that define the week on People in 10. I'm Markle, bringing you everything you need to know about pop culture right now. 10 minutes are on the clock, so let's get to it with the first 5. Starting with the end of Meghan Markle and Prince Harry's podcast deal.
I'm just excited to be myself and talk and be unfiltered, and yeah, it's fun.
The couple's production company and Spotify announced that they have mutually agreed to part ways after one season of Meghan's Archetypes podcast.
This as Harry's brother, Prince William, celebrated his 41st birthday on Wednesday.
The royal family released a new photo for the occasion, taken during rehearsals for the coronation of his father, King Charles, last month.
And on Tuesday, the king and queen attended their first royal ascot as monarchs.
They were joined by some special guests, including Princess Anne and members of Camilla's family.
They also stepped out at the Royal Order of the Garter on Monday.
Princess Kate was spotted there dipping into a picture-perfect curtsy for her in-laws.
And over the weekend, the royal family celebrated Trooping the Colour, the official public birthday celebration of the British sovereign.
Spotted through a window was Kate's nanny, snapping a few behind-the-scenes photos of the princess with her children.
Adorable. And one famous kiddo on the way has their mom overwhelmed with gratitude.
Everything's all good and better than it's ever been.
Kourtney Kardashian shared some new bump pics this week after announcing she's expecting her first child with Travis Barker. This as baby number 2 makes his debut for Dancing with the Stars pros Maxim Shmerkovsky and Peter Murgatroyd. But the news isn't so happy for the Real Housewives of Potomac alum Monique Samuels, who filed for divorce from her husband of 10 years, or Tori Spelling and Dee McDermott, who sources say were trying to work on their relationship before their split. An insider even says they were in a good place in recent months, so the breakup is really out of the blue. And it's over for Avril Lavigne and Tyga after 3.5 months of dating. But a source says Avril is not parting with that necklace, gifted to her by the rapper earlier this year. Next up, a story you've been following closely on People.com. Russell Simmons appears to be apologizing amid tension with his family.
Russell wrote on Instagram that he's deeply sorry for being frustrated and yelling.
It all started when he seemingly aimed criticism at his ex-wife, Kimora Lee Simmons.
In response, Kimora blasted Russell and made some serious allegations against him, including that he had threatened their children's lives.
She went on to claim he's abusive to the women in his life. The Def Jam founder has been accused of sexual misconduct by 18 women, allegations he denies.
And their daughter Aoki Lee had Kimora's back, posting a video of her father yelling over FaceTime. She also shared text messages with him, claiming he had harassed her friends and her boyfriend.
The 20-year-old even revealed there's been speculation within her family that her dad may be mentally ill or experiencing something like dementia.
She said he used to be the best dad ever, and noted that her parents used to be best friends.
And in more posts that had us talking this week, Bebe Rexha is in good spirits after a man threw a cell phone at her during her concert in New York City. The singer needed stitches, and the man has since been arrested. And as Rumor Willis shares the first photos of her dad Bruce with her daughter Louetta, Britney Spears appears to be mending her family relationships. Alongside a video of her dancing on a boat, Brit revealed that she visited her little sister Jamie Lynn on the set of the Zoe 101 reboot last week, writing, quote, "I've missed you guys." This comes 1 month after their mom Lynn visited Britney's home for the first time in 3 years. It's officially summer, and that means summer blockbusters, including Jennifer Lawrence's new rom-com No Hard Feelings, out now.
Something for me?
Why? And she tells people how she wanted to tell her co-star, Andrew Barth Feldman, that he got the job.
I wanted to actually chase him out in the street, but everybody was like, no, and I was like, okay.
It was like a couple days after that every 30 minutes was going back between like, that's not gonna happen. Obviously that's not gonna happen. And then like, Wouldn't that be kind of crazy if that happened? And then Jen was the one who called me to give me the news. I believe you said, Andrew, I'm so sorry, you're not going to be able to go back to Harvard this semester.
Yes, because he put going to Harvard on hold to shoot this movie. How Percy is that, huh?
And in People's latest digital cover story, country star Lainey Wilson is sharing her fashion must-haves.
I'll probably be 90 years old still wearing bell-bottoms. I do not know how many bell-bottoms I have, but there's no such thing as too many.
Now, let's move on to some screen time. I'm so excited to be joined today by Scarlett Johansson, Jason Schwartzman, Adrian Brody, Jeffrey Wright, Hope Davis, and Stephen Park, who star in Wes Anderson's new feature film, Asteroid City.
Where are you? Asteroid City, Farm Route 6, mile 75.
I'm gonna ask you 5 questions. For question number 1, you'll give me 1 answer, and question number 2, you'll give me 2 answers, and so on and so forth. Are y'all ready to get started?
Okay.
Jason, you've been in the Wes Anderson universe since the Rushmore days. Now, can you share 1 fun fact about Wes Anderson that would surprise us?
I haven't seen him wear sneakers in over a decade.
Huh.
Scarlett, I read that you started shooting this movie 8 weeks after giving birth to your baby Cosmo. I guess my question to you is, how?
A lot of help. A lot of people. Or actually, I could do it because I had Jason there, really, to help me to drop in because it was so very overwhelming. You know, just getting there, and I hadn't worked in, not just because of I had a baby, but also because it was COVID and I hadn't shot anything in, I think, like 3 years or something like that.
And did your husband Colin come with you?
He was able to come for like a week or something like that, which was also incredibly helpful. Yeah, especially because, you need somebody to burp the baby in the middle of the night, and it's great when when your partner's there to help you do it.
Now, true to Wes Anderson's style, this movie is creative, eccentric, and a bit surreal, but the characters never feel impossible. So can you name 2 of your personality traits or real-life experiences that you brought to this character?
People from my past, women who didn't really get to do what they wanted to do in their lives, weren't able to have a job. She was I think she feels like someone who was stuck raising her kid, and now she and her kid don't even really seem to get along particularly well.
I won't say snobbery, but he trusted his intelligence, and I'm not going to say I'm like that. I kind of aspire to that.
Hope, congrats on Succession. Did you watch the finale?
I haven't watched seasons 3 or 4 yet because we're waiting for college-age children to come home. It's starting soon, so I feel kind of guilty because I've got some in the bank there that I still get to experience.
I know everyone stayed on location together in Spain, where the movie was shot, so tell me 3 of the best things that happened at the nightly banquets. Who gave the best toast? Who let loose the most?
If you didn't have work the next day, then that's the person that probably got the drunkest.
Yeah.
Well, there was always like music. Honestly, just being, I remember you and I had to go, Wes called us up to do something, like some rehearsal or something like that, or talk about whatever it was. And I had been waiting, Sue George was on set when I first got there. God. And I was like, oh my God, it's Sue George. I was just geeking out. And somebody kept saying, oh, he'll play, every night after dinner, whatever. And so the first night he didn't come to the dinner, whatever. I missed him. And then the third night he was leaving the next day. And Wes at that freaking moment was like, you two, can I see you in my room? And I was like, damn, I missed it. And we could hear Sue George playing out the window, and everybody was like, it was the greatest show on earth. Colin was down there, of course, enjoying all the fruits of my labor. And we were up there, and I was thinking, can Wes get through the page? Remember that
is so funny. I remember you were like,
I was so bummed. I was like,
you were trying so hard, but I could see it slipping away like sand through your hands.
Meals together, conversations around the dinner table, a couple of glasses of wine, some singing together at the end, or watching films together, or wandering around the area.
I read an article recently, 10 signs you're watching a Wes Anderson movie. So I'd love to know from you, what are 4 signs that you'd add to that list?
And I think I know when I'm watching a Wes Anderson film by just about any one singular image, because he's got such a specific style, color palette, visual storytelling approach. I mean, I just, you know, I see Wes Anderson's work in life now everywhere. I just see images that I go, wow, Wes would love this.
And finally, give me 5 words to describe Asteroid City.
Immersive.
It's good.
Break from the modern day insanity. Go and see Asteroid City.
I don't like the way that guy looked at us, the alien.
How did he look?
Like we're doomed.
Thank you all so much for joining me today. Now everyone run to theaters to watch Asteroid City when it comes out on June 23rd everywhere. All right, time's up. See you back here next Thursday.